What is happening, guys? My name is Jamie and today we are doing a best concerts I've attended to in my life. Basically, we're just going to do a top 10. I have been to a lot of concerts in my life. A hard list to narrow it down. Like, I've been to pop concerts, I've been to rock concerts, metal concerts, you name it. I've seen a lot of bands. It was just such a hard list, but I finally got my top 10 concerts I've attended. So number 10 is none other than Imagine Dragons. Some of you guys absolutely hate Imagine Dragons, and I don't understand why. Sure, I think they are a very fun band. They're a fun pop rock band, and I really do enjoy their music, especially watching them live as well. Dan Reynolds does his stuff. Saw Imagine Dragons a few years ago, and they were absolutely fantastic. Definitely deserves in my top 10 place of all concerts I've attended in my lifetime. A fantastic band. They are live, and they do sound like a rock band live. You don't get these synthesizers, those pop synthesizers. It's just straight up rock as well, especially Whatever It Takes. It sounds like a rock song, not a pop song. And overall, it's just a fun, tight experience. The crowd is wonderful. There are plenty of girls, which is good. But overall, it was a very, very enjoyable night, and I absolutely loved it. Loved the crowd anticipation, loved the crowd involvement. Dan Reynolds makes the crowd so involved, and especially throughout On Top of the World, you get these huge balloons that just bounce on top of your head. It was a great night. I thoroughly enjoyed it. One of the best concerts I've been to. Number 9 goes to Camelot. Camelot I saw last year, and they were fantastic. Tommy, the front man of Camelot, is so damn good. I wish I saw Roy Khan, but Tommy is such a great replacement to Roy Khan. First time I ever saw Camelot, discovered Camelot on my channel, and while I absolutely fell in love with them, heard all the albums, heard everything by them, and I absolutely love it. Become a really big fan of Camelot. It was just a magnificent night. Was up in front as well. The crowd wasn't too bad. This was at 170 Russell Street, or Max Watts. I think it was at Max Watts, but it was just an absolutely incredible experience. Did enjoy everyone's stage presence. The guitarist Tommy was fantastic, the keyboardist, everyone absolutely shone. It was just a great concert. And before Camelot was Valhalla. They are an Australian folk death black metal band, or whatever you want to call them. I turned into a big fan of them as well. So not only that, I got to see Camelot, I got to see one Valhalla. But both bands were absolutely fantastic. Moshing was insane throughout Valhalla. But when Camelot came, wow, what a great experience. Symphonic power metal. First symphonic power metal band I ever saw live. Number 8 goes to Kiss. One of my favorite bands of all time. Absolutely love Kiss. I've seen Kiss twice. First went to the Kiss Symphony back in 2002, I think, and then in 2008 saw them at the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix, yeah, you name it, they played at the Grand Prix. They played during the night. I gotta say, my favorite concert would probably be back in 2008. I can't really much remember 2002. 2008 was fantastic. It was such a very hot day. It was around 40 degrees. It was outside. It was in March as well. One of the hottest days in March ever. Me and my mum, we walked out to 8 gates. We got in front, and then we had to wait. We were in the sun. The security were like wetting us with hoses. Sounds wrong. All of us were dying because it's so hot. We heard the Formula Ones racing around the tracks, and it just sounded like buzzing bees, like the buzzing guitars on a Burzum song. Long story short, Kiss came on around 8 o'clock. And of course, my mum had to collapse, didn't she? As soon as Shout It Out Loud came on, I think it was Shout It Out Loud, as the curtains fell, the security guard dragged me over the barricade, and we were running towards the first aid. All of a sudden, there was huge pyrotechnics going everywhere, and we thought there was a bomb that hit. I eventually had to go to the back and make my way to the front again. I couldn't make my way to the front, got in the middle, and of course, my mum actually managed to go in the front again. It's one of the best concerts I've been to. It was because the showmanship by Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley were just, oh wow. And the last song, which was Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day, pyrotechnics went off. confetti went off. Even though it was a rocky start to the start of the show, the end of the show, it was unbelievable. Getting back home was quite a challenge as well. As I wasn't old enough to drive, I had to rely on my mum to actually drive back home, and she was still very wonky. Don't know why she collapsed though. I think it might have been the heat. Slayer. So I saw Slayer this year at Download Festival, and I'm gonna classify this as an actual concert. It was a concert. It was a great day. Download, absolutely fantastic day. So amazing bands like Judas Priest, Anthrax, Behemoth. Oh wow, that could have made it to my top 10 as well. Slayer come. Oh, Tom's stage presence is just remarkable. Love the whole entire theatrical performance by Slayer. Huge flames, pyrotechnics galore. It was just a fantastic show. Especially Rain of Blood came along. Wow. And Angel of Death. I mean, all these amazing songs. They also did songs from their newer albums such as Jihad, Repentless, Disciple, like all the newer songs as well. They did South of Heaven. One of the best concerts I've been to, Disturbed. This was during the Immortalized tour. A very enjoyable concert. This is before they released the album Evolution. By the way, it's a year since they released that crappy album, which I still can't get over. That's a Disturbed album. What a fantastic band they are. David Draymond, absolutely amazing frontman. The pyrotechnics, the huge flames towering above the stage. And the mosh pit was insane. It was at Rod Laver Arena, I think. So a huge stadium, such a very enjoyable concert. Of course I was by myself, and I had the time of my life. And our 12 Foot Ninja played before Disturbed, and they were a fun band. They played amazing songs like Down With The Sickness, Sound of Silence, Vengeful One, Indestructible. They played a lot of stuff from the catalogue. Damn, what an enjoyable concert. Number 5 goes to Korn. Korn are very interesting. I'm not going to add the last time I saw Korn because I was pretty disappointed the last time I saw Korn. But the first time I saw Korn was back in 2010 in December. They played at the Melbourne Festival Hall. Absolutely magnificent concert. First time I ever got punched in the face as well in a mosh pit. Probably the first ever metal concert I went to was back in 2010. Oh wow, absolutely magnificent. I loved it. They just released the album Remember Who You Are. So they basically played a lot of songs from Korn 3 album, but they played a lot of the songs from the catalog like Somebody Someone, Faggot, Right Now. So they played a lot of songs from Take a Look in the Mirror, See You on the Other Side, Issues. I think during Chutes and Ladders, I got punched in the face for the first time, and then I punched this guy in the face as well. It was the first time I ever entered a mosh pit. I think I was 17 years old. Loved Jonathan Davis' stage presence. It was an amazing crowd as well. Number 4 goes to this year's concert. I went to Cradle of Filth. So Cradle of Filth are just a fantastic extreme metal band. One of the best concerts I've been to for sure. First ever extreme metal band I had attended. And while Danny Phil's vocals are absolutely magnificent, what didn't get a higher was probably the crowd anticipation. Just to see Cruelty and the Beast live in full is just worthy for a top 4. They played a lot of their classics as well, a lot of their new stuff like Hearts and Seance. So they played most of Cruelty and the Beast, and then they played some stuff from Midian, played some stuff from Amphetamine. They also played stuff from Dusk and Her Embrace as well. Overall, it was such a brilliant concert. Number 3 goes to Linkin Park. Last time I saw Chester, I've only seen Linkin Park once, and this was during Living Things tour. Linkin Park, back in 2012, went with a mate as well, and well, we had the time of our lives. They played most of this stuff from Living Things, their new album they just released. Last time I saw Chester as well. Still remember this night crystal clear. Played a lot of stuff from Hybrid Theory, Meteora, Minutes to Midnight as well. This was at Rod Laver Arena as well. Big concert as well. Over 16,000 people. jam-packed, watching Linkin Park. Trivium actually played before Linkin Park. What a night this was. Still can't believe Chester has died. Rest in peace, Chester. Number 2 is the Slipknot concert. Again, back in 2012, Slipknot come to town. This was at Rod Laver Arena again, and it was a jam-packed show. This was before Point 5, The Great Chapter as well. So they played a lot of songs from All Hope Is Gone. Volume 3, Subliminal Verses. They played some songs from Slipknot. They played some songs from Iowa as well. They played People Kill Shit. They played a lot of their songs. And one of them, this was the first ever heavier concert I had attended back in 2012. This was before I went to Linkin Park concert. 2012 was a great year. And Trivium actually played before Slipknot. So that was interesting. I saw Trivium twice that year. Corey Taylor's amazing stage presence. The whole band had amazing stage presence. The start of the concert was so damn scary to me. They were still in that All Hope Is Gone era. Magnificent concert. I'll never forget how good the concert was. The pyrotechnics were insane. It was, I think they played for nearly 2 hours. So number 1 goes to Parkway Drive. I saw last year. Basically I saw them January last year and then November last year. So they came twice. January they played the whole entire Horizons album. But November came and it was the first time ever they had their European full production set, including flames, including pyrotechnics, including amazing facades on their stage. The best concert, hands down, I have been to in my life. They played songs from Horizons, most of Aya and some of Reverence as well. They played songs from Deep Blue. Magnificent concert it was. Literally was in the biggest circle pit in my life. The circle pit was the whole entire floor, so that stretched over 100 meters and we were just running around. It was, oh wow, one of the best concerts I've been to. The best concert I've been to in my life. I'm probably gonna say that Iron Maiden will probably top Parkway Drive when I go to download next year. Parkway Drive at the moment is the best concert I've been to, especially when they played Crushed. Oh, everything just set on fire on the stage. Winston was in the middle of the fire and then the drums lifted up, then rotated, but he was drumming and he was going upside down during the song Crushed. One of the best concerts I've been to. So guys, I hope you did enjoy my top 10 concerts I've been to. Guys, make sure you comment as well. Would love to hear some discussion in the comment section below. Comment below your top 10 concerts you have been to as well. Subscribe if you want and make sure you goddamn like the video if you've come all this way. And I will see you in the next one.